Hello, everyone. Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central. Well, Ron and his shadow, as usual. My strange lighting situation. I'm just in the middle of my tutoring or teaching workspace here, where I teach in-person students. Of course, I teach online as well. So if you're interested in that, just send me an email, and I can send you more information, or we can have an online information meeting and discuss learning for you or your children. I am here today with another Shakespeare sonnet, Sonnet 128, another of the so-called Dark Lady uh, series. Some people question whether or not they were even written by Shakespeare, because there is a bit of a different I don't know, sort of cadence or whatever to them. I don't know. I know that people argue about some of Shakespeare's plays as well, thinking other people, including Ben Jonson, wrote them. No relation to me, as far as I know, that we have the same last name, but I don't know about that either. So, and in many ways, I'm not sure that I care, because I read the plays, I read the sonnets for my own entertainment and edification. Maybe I can learn something from them. Maybe I can help teach someone else uh, something from them. Not necessarily about writing. Even it can just be, the qualities of the human character, the fragile nature of the human mind, etc., or falling in love. But then there's also in many of the plays murder and treachery. So there's a lot to be gained whether or not Shakespeare wrote. It's interesting from a historical perspective, I suppose, but by themselves, I'm not sure that it matters all that much. I am going to just review very briefly what a Shakespearean sonnet is generally like, and then I'll read through the sonnet, and then afterwards I will discuss my thoughts on the sonnet. But of course, let me know what your thoughts are, because not everyone reads poetry, sonnets, plays, short stories, novels in the same way. We don't all get the same interpretation, but I'll give a bit of an idea of what I feel it it might be about, or something. Hopefully, I can extract something from it. We shall see. I have not read the sonnets before, most of them, anyways. I might have read one or two back in my university days. I've read the plays since then, but I haven't read the sonnets, and I don't think I even read them back then. I know I didn't study them. Just before we head into the actual sonnet, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, that helps the channel a lot. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. It's really helpful. Clicking, liking the videos helps. Sharing the videos also helps. Get them out there. Get the channel growing. It is growing nicely. Let's keep that going. Sharing videos and commenting. I read all of your comments. So yeah, let's keep that going, and let's get into Sonnet 128. Just a quick reminder of what a Shakespearean sonnet is. A sonnet is a form of verse with these main characteristics: generally one stanza of 14 lines, usually written in iambic pentameter. Iambic foot is an unstressed syllable followed by a stressed syllable. Pentameter is 5 feet. Structured in 3 quatrains. So 3 sets of 4 lines and a final couplet. So you have 2 lines at the end. And then the rhyme scheme is generally A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. If you don't know what that means, you can send me an email and I'll do my best. The final rhyming couplet often sums up or gives a surprising twist. There are, of course, variations. Um, I don't think you need to get too caught up in all of the technical terminology. We're looking here more at a bit of the rhyme scheme, but the feeling, the meaning, the enjoyment, the entertainment of it. Shakespeare, Sonnet 128. How oft when thou my music playest, upon that blessed wood whose motion sounds, with thy sweet fingers when thou gently swayest the wiry concord that mine ear confounds. Do I envy those jacks that nimble leap to kiss the tender inward of thy hand, whilst my poor lips, which should that harvest reap, at the wood's boldness by thee blushing stand? To be so tickled they would change their state and situation with those dancing chips, o'er whom thy fingers walk with gentle gait, making dead wood more blessed than living lips. Since saucy Jack so happy are in this, give them thy fingers, me thy lips to kiss. Well, there we go. But what does it all mean? Well, to some extent, that's up to you or it's up to me. But I'm not a complete relativist. I don't believe all interpretations are equal. I think that you have to be able to back it up a little bit. You have to be able to access the text and say, why do you believe what you believe? Is there any evidence? Is there anything to support what you think? So I think you should always try to do that. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to do now. I'm going to go through section by section and see if I can extract any meaning. Now, how oft when thou my music playest upon that blessed wood, whose motion sounds with thy sweet fingers, when thou gently swayest the wiry concord that mine ear confounds. So we see right away that he's admiring, and we know this from the previous sonnet as well, admiring this woman. She's playing music on a musical instrument. Wooden keys, I believe, and the line, well, sweet fingers, obviously, you get the idea that he loves or he likes this woman very much. When thou gently swayest, so sort of swaying as you play, the wiry concord, I think, can mean it may be part of the instrument, the wires or things, but also the woman you know, swaying her spine or her back could be the wiry that my ear confounds. So listening to the music and interpreting the music. Do I envy those jacks that nimble leap? I think that's keys probably. To kiss the tender inward of thy hand. So her fingers are touching these jacks or keys or whatever. Whilst my poor lips, which should that harvest reap, at the wood's boldness by thee blushing stand. So he's blushing. He's envious of the keys. She's touching the keys and he would like those sweet fingers to be touching him, whilst my poor lips, which should that harvest reap, so they should be getting that touch rather than the keys of this particular instrument or jacks of this instrument. And he's blushing. Uh, to be so tickled, they would change their state and situation with those dancing chips. So, imagining her touching his lips and how he would change, how they would change, and situation with those dancing chips, or whom thy fingers walk with gentle gait. Again, very poetic imagery of the fingers floating, touching, walking, um, a sort of metaphor, making dead wood more blessed than living lips. So the the parts of the instrument are getting more attention than an actual living person himself, his living lips. And here's this dead wood, this instrument, this piece getting more love and more attention than he, bit envious, bit jealous maybe. And then the couplet at the end, since saucy Jack so happy are in this, give them thy fingers, me thy lips to kiss. So it's kind of coming to uh, accepting that the fingers are going to be playing on these jacks, the fingers are going to continue to pay attention to this instrument. All right, fine, go ahead, but your lips are mine, right? So your fingers can keep working on the keyboard, but me thy lips to kiss. So give them thy fingers, but you're going to give your lips to me, and we can kiss. Yeah, I think it's really uh, well, whether it was written by Shakespeare or not, it's really well written. And I was going to say, as one would expect, but I guess you wouldn't expect it necessarily if you don't think it's Shakespeare. But yeah, really beautiful. I think that the more often you go through it, I think you probably can get into the flow of it more. Always tricky for me to read first time, and I like to do that though because it's kind of like a reaction video in a sense. and we're going through it together. Well, maybe you've read them 100 times, I don't know, or you've heard them before, or maybe not. So it's nice though to kind of go through it together and kind of see what we can extract together, or how we can think about it. Um, yeah, you let me know what you think about Sonnet 128, about Shakespeare in general. Do you even think Shakespeare wrote these particular this series, this Dark Lady series, or any of the sonnets, or any of the plays, whatever. Let me know whatever you like in the comments, of course. And I read all of your comments and I answer them too. Of course, you can email me. Some people just send me an email instead. And if you're interested in tutoring for you or your children, definitely send me an email. I can send you more information, reading, writing, comprehension, basic math skills, study skills, and strategies. And if you're local, we can do it right here. If you're not, we can do it online. I've taught students all over the world. Amazing thing with technology today, we can do pretty much everything I do here, I can do online, sometimes even a little bit more. But let me know and I'll send you that information. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much if you have. Clicking on all the notifications also helps. In the meantime, keep learning, keep having fun. It is Ron from L.T.L Tutoring Central. Bye bye for now.